Hello, everyone, and welcome to How to Build a Team podcast. But we are now live on Facebook, and because of what's happening now around the globe, we really think that it's very timely to talk about this topic. So, what is our topic of discussion today, David?
We are going to talk about some ideas and some tips on for a small business person to stay sane during all of the things that are going on right now with COVID-19 and so many people being displaced from their regular workplaces. A lot of people are working from home.
Mm-hmm.
Some people working from home for the first time and finding
Yep.
that a little bit more of a challenge than what they thought it might have been.
Mm-hmm.
Just some general ideas. You don't have to be a displaced worker being at home for this to make sense for you. Any small business people out there, this is our message to you this week.
Uh-huh. So how do you stay sane during COVID-19 or during the home quarantine? Just like what David said, it is not the time for us to panic, though the situation is something that you're kind of like you need to panic, but it doesn't gonna do any good to you, to your health, and to your family, especially to your business. Because when you panic for something that you have no control over, then you don't have a clear mind to make the right decision, whether it's for personal, whether it's for business. So number one, I think, is important. Now that you have the time, now that everybody's home, you now have more time to think about and review your system and your process. So I don't know how to stress this enough, but we always tell our clients to put create your SOPs, your standard operating procedure, because that's the only thing, in my base from our experience, is the only thing that will help you be sane with your business. Once you have, it's like, for me, it's like a handbook for any brick and mortar business. For those office setting like businesses, they do have a handbook, and they follow that religiously. With online entrepreneurs, online businesses, this is something that we hang on to. Having an SOP for every process or system that you have, it cuts your time in, let's say, for example, you need to onboard a new team member. If you already have that SOP for onboarding, or for someone to take over a specific task, a specific project, you don't have to repeat yourself again and again. All you have to do is pull that specific SOP for that task or for that project, then anyone can jump on and continue the work.
Exactly. Yeah. We've just been going through this over the last couple of months. Actually, it's something we didn't just start 3 weeks ago. We started about 3 months ago, and it was all around the what if scenarios. So we've had our project managers document what it is they do on a daily, weekly, monthly basis. So
Mm-hmm.
that if, they were kind of like, oh, it's, I just do it. I know what it is. But I'm like, great. How are you ever going to take a vacation? Because if you're the only person who knows what you do, guess what? You're taking your cell phone and your laptop with you on vacation.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't have to be just for disaster planning, although that right now is a great way to mitigate risk of having that down there. It's not just a job description. It's not, does this, does this, does this. It's what they actually do on a daily, weekly, monthly basis.
Yeah.
So that if they want vacation time for more than a couple of days at a time, they have to prep their counterpart, one of the other project managers, to be able to step in and take over their work for that period of time.
Mm-hmm.
If it's really busy and the other project manager can't take it on, then it's something that Pam or myself are going to have to help out with. And if it's not documented what they do, if I can't, not literally pick up a book, but go onto the computer and open up a PDF file to
Yeah.
know what it is that they do, I can't step in and effectively help out. So it
Yeah.
now is a great time to do it. I know a lot of small business people, even if they are still running, they're kind of running at reduced rates right now because a lot of their clients may have backed out or have slowed down. So now is a great time to put this on your list, get this stuff done while you've got a bit of downtime, and
Mm-hmm.
start documenting everything. It's great for succession planning. It's great for disaster planning.
Yes. Yes.
Just as Pam mentioned a couple of minutes ago, it's great just to have a system. It's a fallback. So that
And
if you're going crazy and you're like, what am I going to do? You pull out the SOP and you go, oh yeah, this is what we're going to do. And having that system can be very common.
and worst case scenario, for example, what's happening right now, everybody is working from home, and let's say your project manager is sick, or the VA who's working on that specific project can't make it online. Then worst case scenario, you need to do it yourself. Let's say you have a small team and you don't have enough people to delegate that specific task to. Then worst case scenario, if you have an SOP, you can do it yourself, right? So that's for us, it's like our Bible. It's something that keeps us run our system and our process smoothly. So we are just sharing that with you. So number two, you can pivot your strategy or tweak your business goals and plans. So let me give you an example. We have a client who does retreats, and she's supposed to have a retreat in Bali, but that's been canceled already. So the other retreat that's supposed to happen in sometime in April, he needed to cancel that as well. So things like that. If you have some goals planned out for the quarter and these things happened right now, you need to have kind of like have a backup plan. So you've got to have a plan B. So because it's not going to happen, the retreat is not going to happen, is your retreat convertible to an online retreat? Can it be an online summit or whatever you want to call it, a boot camp or something? Things like that. So I think right now, in these trying times, this is now the time for you to go back and take a look at the plans and goals that you've written for 2019. I mean, sorry, for 2020 in January or in December. If you already had that plan, take a look, review, and see if you can tweak that. Well, you need to tweak it for this time now, and make sure that your plan for April can still proceed and you can still move forward, because that is something that you can do as well. If it's a physical thing, you can do it as well online.
The other thing that small business people hopefully are doing is budgeting and have a plan for the year 2020 and even beyond.
Mm-hmm.
And you need to seriously take a look at your financial plan for the month of March, for the month of April, for the month of May.
Yeah.
I talk to lots of people, and it's kind of split 50-50. A lot of people think that within another 2 or 3 weeks, everything's going to be fine and we'll be back, full capacity. And I've talked to other people who are like, I don't think this is going to be over in April or May. I think this is still going to be lingering. We may not all be on, here in the Philippines, we're on what's called enhanced
Quarantine. Yeah.
Which I joke about. I just call it house arrest. But it's made a huge change in our personal lives,
Mm-hmm.
but it's caused zero effect in our business lives because we work from home. All of our stuff is here. Our routine is here. But I've spent a lot of time in the last week, 2 weeks, of going through our financial plan for the rest of this month, for next month. We've got payroll to meet. We've got bills to pay, just like everybody else does. We've got rent to pay.
Mm-hmm. And we need to make some adjustments from our clients' payment as well. So everything needs to be adjusted.
So if you're, if you're running the finances of your business, you need to take a look at the next couple of months. Everything might be great right now. You might still be serving all of your clients or all of your customers. You might have gotten a full month worth of income in March, but you need to seriously and honestly look at your April and your May. And are you going to still meet your targets for April and May? And if you're not confident in that, you need to start adjusting. So as you adjust your income down a little bit, you need to make sure that you're doing a corresponding adjusting of your expenses.
True. So number 3, reach out to your clients and find a solution to help them survive their businesses as well. So when this thing happened, I reached out to all of our clients. Some I can reach out to via email. Some I was able to reach out via Facebook Messenger. And it's awesome because they replied back to me. And, it's just a way of just showing your clients that you care. It's not like you reach out to them when the invoice is due, things like that, or because they have some concerns with your team, or anything that concerns about the project, but simply just checking in, just asking how they are. Because we've got a client in London, we've got a client in Australia, we've got a client in the US, and some in Canada as well. And all of us are affected by it. And our concern really is, how are we going to help our clients? And all of them, most of them, actually, the majority of the clients of Great Work Online are coaches and speakers. So they would go out and speak to an audience, do a retreat, and things like that, though they have some other online courses that they offer. But then again, these are speakers. They go out. So I spent the majority of my days to really research on how we can help our clients survive. And it's a win-win situation. When your mindset is like that, it's a win-win situation. When you think of how you're going to help your client to success and survive, you are also helping them help you sustain your business. So it's a win-win situation, really. So, things like that. We do have, I would say I do have, because it's me. I'm the one who's facing the client all the time. And David is the one who's in the background. So I do have my weekly catch-up meetings with all of our clients. Some, they would take it as an option, and some would also use it and have a meeting with me on a weekly basis. And every time we do have a meeting, I'm like, so this is your plan last month. What are we going to do this month? And these are my suggestions. Tweak this, tweak that, convert this into an online thing, things like that. So find a way on how you can help your client. Reach out to them, not just your family members, but also, show some care to your clients.
Another thing on the same line is, if you are a client of somebody, reach out to that person. If they're not reaching out to you, reach out to them, reach up.
Yeah.
If you've got you're a small business entrepreneur and you have a business coach, or some kind of whether it's a personal coach or a business coach or financial coach, reach out to them and let them know that you're still there. And you may be, as a business owner, pulling back a little bit and hanging on to your money, onto your cash, but talk to your coaches, talk to the people that you do business with, to your suppliers, talk to people that you spend money on, and touch base with them. And even if you're pulling back a little bit, let them know that it's just a temporary thing. If you have critical things that you need from suppliers, talk to them and say, hey, can we work something out here? Can we cut down to like half of what we normally do, so I only have half my cash? Don't just stop doing things because of this. And I'm hearing from a lot of people, of coaches, and I've got a lot of friends and associates that have coaches themselves, and they're like, oh yeah, I've canceled my coaching until this whole COVID thing is over. And I'm like, why would you do that? And they're like, I just can't afford it. I don't have the money. But you're going to come out the other end of this and you're going to be going backwards rather than continuing to move forward. So if you can at all swing it, talk to these people, work out some kind of an arrangement with them in order to keep working with your suppliers, with people that you work with. And everybody's in the same situation. This is not isolated to North America or to Australia. This is worldwide. And business people across the planet right now are all in the similar boat. Let's just help each other out a little bit.
True. So number 4, the last one is schedule your team meeting and stick to it. Motivate and reassure your team that you will be there for them. So with us, we always do have this weekly catch-up meeting with our project managers and to discuss how they are doing. And you know what, it's always, every time we start our weekly meeting, it's always like, how are you? How's your family? Are you safe? Have you done your grocery? Things like that. Like this morning, I was sending a message to one of our project managers with regards to some discussions that I had with one of our clients that I had meeting with this morning. And he replied to me after about an hour, and he said he was out since 7 a.m. to get some groceries, and it took him about 4 hours to get home. So, just showing them some flexibility in the work and showing them that you care, that it's not always work, because they also have family that they need to take care of. And, just stick to a process, stick to a schedule. It will really help you to be sane. It's not going to drive you crazy with all of the craziness that's happening out there. And I really believe, because we've been practicing this since the very beginning, since we started, we do have a schedule meeting with our clients, with our team, with our project managers, and it just keep everybody on the same page. And especially if they have some concerns, you already know how to deal with it. All of you can come up with a solution and how you can fix something. If something is, if a client has some issues on a specific project. And I really think that, having that schedule and then just throw in your ideas, do brainstorming. It really helps you, your team members, your project managers, to feel that they are not just working on the task, on the project, but they are also part of your business, part of your success. And especially when they do feel that, the more they get motivated to work and make your clients happy. That is our experience. And, we are sharing this to you. I hope you guys can, get a couple or all of it as a good advice that you can maybe also implement into your business. Yeah.
It's I know that a lot of small business people work from home already or have a home office in addition to a physical office. But if you're one of those people that's working from home for the first time, or it's still kind of new for you, and you've got questions or concerns, if this is the first time you're hearing our podcast, check out our last couple of episodes. I think it was the 2 previous episodes to this. We talked about some tools and some tips around working from home and structuring yourself to be
how to stay effective and productive, efficient and productive. And we mentioned some tools that they can use to help them manage and still run their business.
Yeah. And if those don't give you the solutions, or if you want to have a chat with somebody, kind of face to face or person to person, reach out to us. Both Pam and myself are available. All our contact info is in the show notes. But just fire us off an email. I'm happy to converse with people by email, or we can set up a Zoom meeting. And just to give you some pointers and some ideas on tools that we use, online tools and software. and just some of our systems and how we manage to work with an online team and work remotely. We're happy to share that.
Yes. So just before we go, just to have a recap, how do you stay sane during COVID-19 home quarantine? Review your system and process, pivot your strategy, tweak your business goals and plans, reach out to your clients, find a solution to help them survive their businesses as well, and schedule your team meeting and stick to it. So I think that's it. For anyone who is watching us on Facebook, before we go, maybe you have some questions. We are happy to answer them. And if not, then just leave the comment and we will get back to you as soon as possible. And we hope to do this often so that we can share with you how we are managing the team. How do we do this working from home kind of thing for someone, for those people who are new and really just kind of like feel out of place and gotten a little bit panicky because of everything that's happening. I assure you that this too shall pass, and we are here to give and share some tips on how we survive and how we are still surviving. This is our normal thing. It's house arrest, home quarantine, but this is our normal thing. But then again, I wish we can help and enlighten you somehow in this trying time. So again, we will catch you on the next one. Thank you guys.